Oh my god, did he kill the
When the cops
dog
got here, the house was locked tight and the alarm was hot.
just to
So
get
the
the
night the
collar?
Crawfords were murdered, the only...
Hello, my fellow profilers. We are back with some more Criminal Minds. This one's called The Fox and is season 1, episode 7. Yeah, I don't know what to expect in this episode by the title alone. Sometimes titles give a little bit away, like the one with the bombs, right? The compulsion kind of like ended up being because like the person was obsessive compulsive, so right. But I have no idea what to get out of this title, but let's just watch and see.
Sam?
Oh shit. That is fucking creepy.
The gun was found next to the father, had gunpowder residue on his right hand.
And now you must have some compelling reason to think that Chris Crawford didn't off his family?
Yeah. Another murdered family. The Millers, found a month ago. The mother, Reese Miller, her 2 children, and her new husband.
Strengths. Can't aim a gun at him and stab the mother at the same time.
No restraints were found on the victims.
Because I took him with me.
No ligature marks were found. Let's go upstairs, see how they lived.
Would you be able to conclude who dies first?
Where's his wedding ring?
It's not listed in his personal effects.
Well, he obviously wore one, so where is it?
I guess if they all died kind of like relatively at the same time, it would be hard to.
I'm Dr.
tell.
Spencer Reed from.
Is that what this is about? You think I'm crazy, man? You think I suddenly snapped and I slaughtered my own wife and kids? You think I did this? Huh? Is that what you think?
Oh my god.
Was an alcoholic, and she was often too drunk to stop the beatings that your father gave you. I think we should stop this.
He's not finished.
Yeah.
Age 6, you were orphaned to a family where the abuse continued.
It's good.
Only this time it was sexual.
You shut your mouth, I'm gonna rip your face off.
The abuse
I never laid a hand on my children. You hear me?
I hear you. Miller was closed off, defensive, hostile. I needed a way in. He suffered a breakdown, but I don't think he killed his family, and I know he still loved his wife.
Why do you say that?
Even though they were divorced, he still wore the wedding
Yeah.
ring.
Shit. Oh my god.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, very dramatic way to prove a point, but.
Why didn't anyone hear them scream?
Gideon, we've been looking into the Crawford financials.
Allison Crawford spent way more money than Chris could afford. They were in major debt.
And Chris Crawford wrote a number of checks for a series of visits to a therapist.
She had 2 cell phone accounts. One of them billed to a separate address in Southeast Washington, D.C.
FBI!
Oh, why the dad? Like, everybody else was stabbed, the dad was shot, and.
It's the cleanest thing in here.
I mean, I know it was to do the murder-suicide.
The Crawford house, it's signed by Emily.
Strange. Eric Miller said he found his son clutching a painting.
Yeah.
He wanted to know what was on it.
What was on it?
His son's blood.
It's a big guy.
Why am I here?
I think you know why. A friend?
I saw someone.
What did this
Oh
person
my
look
god, I think she was telling you to get
See their
help,
face, but
not get the hell out of here.
tiny, really tiny.
White or black, Frank?
I don't know, but
What?
If Frank saw them that day, it wasn't Chris Crawford at the table.
Maybe it was the suspect.
Yeah, oh god. That's terrible.
it wasn't a friend. Frank, it wasn't a friend at all.
Frank, stop. Frank! Frank!
That's devastating. God, I want to cry. Oh no, this is horrifying. Don't tell me they're dead.
Okay. No, this is the way that he maintains control. It's also how he personalizes his target. So nothing's left to chance. And absolutely nothing.
Oh, another OCD guy.
It's full of color, life. The one I found at Emily's house has
Yeah, something
lines,
happened.
dimensions. No color. I believe Emily was coerced to paint this.
Oh, never mind.
It's a point of view. It is his point of view. This is where the killer stood and just watched the family.
See if he had any connection to Mill. You're welcome to look through anything.
Oh shit, is that another kid's drawing?
We need to know everything about her life.
Now you don't want to talk?
Every Thursday I covered for her so she could take off early to see a therapist. Thought it worked.
Go to prison and you'll be someone's bitch.
Oh my god.
Really?
Oh, right there. Good call, Reed. Mrs. Reese Miller dies of Pam.
Who prescribed the meds?
Dr. R. Howard at the Applewood Family Center. Let's find out what he looks like.
With their case.
What about the Millers?
I'd like to see him now.
We can't. He works at 4:40, 4 10-hour days. He's off today, but he'll be in first thing tomorrow.
Do you have his home address?
I'll get a team out to his house.
In the meantime, we'd like to see his office.
Security.
No, we don't have time for that.
Jesus. I mean, it's true.
Agent Aaron Hotchner, I'd like to know where your ex-husband is.
As long as he's nowhere near me, I don't give a damn.
We really need to find him. When was the last time you saw him?
I haven't seen him in over 2 years. He's a scary guy.
Do you have any idea where he might be?
No.
Why
But
would- how
I
could
did hear
she?
kids in the background, and then someone started to cry. That's when he hung up.
Thank you.
If he doesn't confess, we'll need him as evidence.
Here's one. The Harris is 1 boy, 1 girl.
I see it.
I got a few. The Boyds and the Duncans.
Wait. The Duncans, that's not one of his cases, that's mine. They have a baby boy and a slightly introverted 8-year-old named Jackie.
Son of a bitch.
FBI! FBI! He's got my baby! Ma'am, is he alone? Where's the basement? Under the stairs!
Carl? Carl, it's the FBI.
He looks crazy. Oh my god. Oh shit! I had a feeling that he was just gonna throw him. Oh god.
You move, I will break your neck.
Oh yeah, you can't pin them for the other
Emily
murders
Crawford
because
was
there's
a very
no.
talented and gifted girl. Her brother Sam, a bright, energetic child. On the surface, this looks like any family USA, 2-parent household, 2 kids, boy and a girl. If you look a little closer, you'll see their body language tells a different story. A woman and children are distant from the man.
Yeah.
Their smiles are stiff.
She
Their
looks like
eyes are
she's
frightened.
protected.
Right.
Did they switch
got
the
the
pictures?
pictures?
Yeah.
Mixed up! The one in the middle.
Yeah, because that's
That
so
is
white.
Sam Crawford's. It should be Ty Miller's.
That is
This
so
one here?
good.
What the hell have I been trying to tell you?
You're right, they're switched. But how did you know that, Carl?
They got their confession. Yeah.
Why, Carl? So he could see what happens to families when the head of household isn't strong.
Wow, dude, you're messed up.
What?
Oh shit. That is crazy. Holy shit, I have chills. Ah, man. That was insane. And that twist at the end was crazy. I was not expecting that. But that was good. And that guy was creepy. And everything about it was super creepy. Yeah, again, you know, using the behavior against the suspect. Really well done. You can see how uncomfortable he was throughout the whole like interview. At first, he was just like looking at it and how it came to be, and you can see like the actor was really good because you could see like his like anxiety because the pictures were like flipped. And I can totally relate because, like I mentioned before, I have OCD. So when things are like not a certain way, I get really like upset. Like, for example, the volume on the television has to be in an odd number if I can see and if I know that the volume isn't an it's like, so it's kind of weird. Like I have like weird shit like that. I get really freaked out and I don't like it. So yeah, it was really good. I liked it. That ending, man. And I really like Reed, how he handled the situation with that other suspect. I felt really bad for him and for the brother. Those two scenarios were really heartbreaking. Just to imagine, you know, one scenario, you come home and you see your kids just dead, and it's just, you know, you feel so hopeless. And then I can't imagine what it would be like to have that happen to you and then be accused of their murder and not finding a way to, you know, prove your innocence. And then that other guy, like, how do you live with yourself knowing that you saw the person who killed your sister, that you were there, that she asked you to help her, and that you didn't do anything? That is something that can haunt you for the rest of your life. And I almost cried. Like, I really did, because it was just to put myself in his shoes. That would be the worst feeling. And I would never forgive myself. It would be very hard to forgive yourself. Even though you know, it wasn't really your fault, you didn't know any better, and he wasn't in his right state of mind to begin with, because he had depression, like manic depression. But still, it's horrible, and that doesn't help. Like your mental health, it just deteriorates it even more, because now you have to live with that guilt. So yeah, this episode was very emotional. It was very heartbreaking. These poor families. Yeah. And I feel like it was based on a true story. I feel like I've heard about this before, or it seems familiar. I just can't remember the name or the situation. But I'll probably find out, and I'll let you guys know in the next one. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my reaction, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.
Child murder?
Yeah, he agreed to participate in the VICAP questionnaire.
You're letting her do custodials by herself already?
She'll be fine.
Is she? Something tells me she's not gonna be fine. Fuck.
I told you what was happening.
Oh God, is he a paranoid schizophrenic or something?
Looks like I said, everything's gonna be
Oh
okay.
no.
Never smart. Everything's gonna be fine.
Oh no. Oh.
No!
Shit.
Nobody move! Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that guy is what, like a representation of his paranoia? Like someone that's telling him that someone's after him? Right? Because he saw that in the newspaper, and I know that, you know, when you have paranoia, or like paranoid schizophrenics tend to see everything differently. They have like this hallucinations that are visual or auditory and all this stuff, and they feel like someone is always after them, whether it's like the government or I don't know, extraterrestrials. I don't know, like they always feel like they've been followed.
Can you back the picture up a few frames?
Mm-hmm. Do they know that this is the train, Ellis?
Tardive dyskinesia.
Once more for those of us without an encyclopedic memory.
Severe facial tics, the kind that develop after years of taking antipsychotic medication.
They see her, right?
God.
What?
Hell.
Hell?
Really? They haven't seen her?
Robert Oxton Bolton wrote.
The unsub won't speak to him any longer. He gave a deadline of 3 hours to produce this authority.
3 hours? When was that?
2.5 hours ago.
Oh, perfect.
Higher authority.
Then we better give it to him. Put the lights on, sirens, honk the horns, make people get out of our way.
So they're gonna pretend to be this higher authority? I guess that's a good idea. I don't know how that's gonna work though. Oh, this guy's armed. No, you're gonna get yourself killed, lady.
Please, this girl is sick.
You're dead.
Shut up! Sit down!
What are you going to do, throw it at him?
Oh, guy, shut up. Ah, he's gonna be a problem. I can see it.
Literally just sitting there.
That depends on the level of his particular delusion.
Some psychotics believe they're being sent messages by the government, God, even aliens. John Nash, he believed he was being recruited by aliens to save the world.
I saw the movie.
Actually, the movie's rather inaccurate in its portrayal of...
Doc. A movie review's not gonna help us right now.
Any secret messages or codes? You
Oh
understand?
God, anything can be a message or a code.
You understand?
She can like breathe wrong or something, or make an eye twitch, and he's gonna think that it's a code. Ah, this is bad.
Tell me who you are, this Agent Diet.
You know who I am.
It. He wants it removed. Do you know what it is?
Of course not.
We just bought an hour, though, to figure it out.
So delusions are as varied as the
A
people
transmitter of some kind?
Experience.
Like, you know, some people think that the government is like tracking at their every move.
They won't ever stop hounding you, following you.
Ah.
Of course, it's hot.
No. Ah, you're such an idiot.
It's exactly what they want, Ted.
I don't really see how this lineup's gonna be much of a help to us, Gideon.
Well, let's just hope none of them makes the situation worse.
Oh, they will. They fucking will. This guy who drinks, this kid is gonna be a problem.
I'm not with any
Oh
government
my
agent.
God, you idiot!
I'm with you. Big brother, right? New think, new speak. Hate is love, war is peace.
Oh
He's laughing
my
at you.
God.
Watching.
Maybe we can just convince him that he's been looking in the wrong place.
Or we could fake it.
Can you?
Conceal a chip in the palm, a little, sleight of hand.
Oh, come on, Reed, what are you talking about, a magic trick?
Yeah, I'm talking about a magic trick.
Yeah, I don't think you have a
All
lot
right,
of
Reed.
options here.
Let's go, teach it to me.
What? No.
Look, if you can do it, I can do it. Show it to me.
I've been practicing this my whole life. We have less than 30 minutes.
Reed, I am not about to let you get on that train with an armed psychotic.
Trust
we don't have any other
him.
choice, do we?
He can do this. I believe in you, Reed.
I don't understand any of it.
Theory of
He worked for the
everything.
government for several years in the 80s.
Probably the source of his delusions.
He's been institutionalized for the past 9 years.
Till Dr. Deaton took him on a field trip.
That's even worse. Like
Ted?
a scientist with
You feel a little bit
paranoid delusions. Fantastic.
Technician, you've never seen him before.
Got it.
And remember, play into the guy's fantasy, believe it yourself.
Actually, did you know that dentists and surgeons have been recruited to secretly implant these during otherwise normal medical procedures? This has been happening on and off since the late 1930s. Told me to believe.
Let's go.
All right.
Could at least one of you look like you're gonna see me again?
Seriously.
See you when you get back.
There's like, there's not like a whole like vote of confidence in the room. God, this is so nerve-wracking.
Take the vest off. I want to see you.
Oh, crap.
I don't have any weapons. The higher authority doesn't authorize it for technicians.
Take it off.
I had a feeling. Oh God, they're gonna think that he's been right this whole time. And they're all gonna be super paranoid from now on.
Going to probably sting a little bit.
Oh.
Did you see that?
I knew it. I knew it. Turn it on.
Oh shit. Oh, whoops. Shit.
I can't turn it on.
Why not?
Why not?
Because it has to be implanted.
She's right. The chip derives its power from tiny electrical impulses fired between neurons. It has to be in your skin to work.
He's paranoid. He's paranoid.
Chip in his
Oh, shut the fuck up, you idiot.
All right, it seems calm for now.
His paranoia is not gonna
Reed's
let
still
him.
on the train. Now we have 2 agents in there.
Stay alone.
Leave you alone? Stay out of this.
No, the government does watch us. You got
Oh,
microwave.
can someone just punch this guy?
I'm with you, man.
Do not agitate him.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just a kid.
Who are you calling a kid?
Sit down.
Well, now you're going to tell me what to do.
Oh my
You wouldn't have
God.
really done if you weren't here. I'm with you, Ted.
See?
Oh,
You
damn.
stupid asshole. You happy now? You happy now?
He's gonna kill himself and the hostages.
Well, then, fuck him, I guess. Just going like their guns blazing. I don't know.
Ted.
Why don't you let him think for himself, Leo?
You see him?
Yeah, he's right there.
Shoot this kid.
Why don't you let him make his own decisions?
Shoot him!
It's so good.
Voices. It helped you, right? Then, as you grow older, it became almost a responsibility, right? A responsibility to use that ability, to use your knowledge. String theory. The theory of everything.
Shoot him, Ted.
Then M theory, encompassing all the strings, unifying the theories.
Don't push him, Reed.
Strings unifying the dimensions. The gravitational infinities canceling each other out. You see them, right, Dr. Breyer? You see them because you have the tools. Your mind is that tool.
He's one of them, Ted, one of them.
And I have
He's
to
getting
believe
to him, though.
that if you put your mind to it, you'll realize that only you can make Leo stop.
Oh, God. Oh, what happened?
I had to. He was gonna kill us. I had to. God forgive me.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm sorry.
Oh, he's alive.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You probably saved my life in there.
Probably. I totally saved your life.
Yeah, totally.
And I'm pretty certain that it was caught on tape.
I love
You know what you
it.
said in there to Breyer? That you know what it's like?
The guy was a delusional psychotic. I was playing into his fantasy.
I don't think that's entirely
Go to the
true.
hospital.
Okay, now I'm worried because if we're going by that, it kind of could be kind of like a foreshadow with Reed, because you know he's different and he sees the world differently. So I don't know if this means that at some point he could go crazy, or just create a delusion somehow, or I don't know. That's scary. I don't want that to happen to Reed. But if it is a foreshadow, then it's a really good one, because yeah, I see the parallels. That was very good. Because, you know, in this case, like, this person, you know, the unsub, wasn't really evil, or like, I don't know, he wasn't like a psychopath or, you know, someone that enjoys cruelty. He wasn't like that. He had paranoia that's been building up and building since childhood, and things just progressed and got worse and worse and worse, and he developed like a hallucination. He named that hallucination and it became real, right? And I don't know, like, you can't, I know he needs to be held accountable, and you cannot say that he has no responsibility over this, but I don't think it could be seen as entirely his fault. You know what I mean? Because I don't feel like him being in his state of mind, in his normal state of mind, he would have done something like this. I feel like it was just all part of his delusion. And, you know, I know what it's like to have bad thoughts. I have them all the time. Of course, they're not extreme, but I know how strong they can be. So I could only imagine to have someone in your ear 24/7 telling you that everybody's against you, and, you know, they're going to kill you and things like that. At some point, yeah, you explode, and this is the result of it. So even though I still think, you know, yeah, he should be held accountable for it, I don't feel like he's a bad person, you know. And he seemed to be sorry at the end, because when he came down from that delusion, he realized that he did something wrong. So it's good that they showed that there's different type of things that happen to people. There are different types of crime that sometimes it's not just done by, you know, evil people. You know, sometimes people are just misfortuned, and I don't know, like that girl, what was it? Was it the second episode that she had OCD, and it was that OCD that was driving her to do things, and he had this compulsion to do it. Yeah, she's responsible for it, but it's just, you know, it's sad. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting when they touch on psychology like this. And I really liked that whole scene with Reed, and I feel like he was the perfect person to actually try to empathize with this killer, because he knows what it's like. I'm wondering if that's what happened to him when he was a child. You know, he was talking about how when he was a kid, you know, to the unsub, all the kids were outside playing while he was reading books and trying to understand the world around him, and just seeing things differently. And then eventually, as he grew older, he felt like this knowledge, he had a responsibility to use that knowledge for something. So I wonder if that's what happened to him. You know, when he was a kid, he didn't connect to other kids. He was just in his own world, reading, learning, and then eventually all the things that he learned, he could apply them to catching criminals. And that's the responsibility that he feels, that he has all this knowledge and he can use it to save lives. So it was very interesting. I liked it. I really, really liked this episode. And, you know, the little moment between him and Elle, it was fun. Anyways, yeah, hope you liked my reaction, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye. No. Oh, those pains are horrible. You know, the pain that you get on the side when you're running for a long time.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'll catch up.
I'll get away.
Adam, please. It's your workout. Go.
No.
Somebody there?
No, just go follow your boyfriend.
You're trying to scare me. I'm gonna kill you. Adam.
I thought she was the one that was gonna die.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, Adam, please wake
up, Adam. Baby, please, baby.
Please, Adam.
Oh, I guess they're both gonna die.
Actually, there aren't that many scientific errors in Star Trek, especially considering how long ago it was made.
Oh,
there are certain improbabilities,
fantastic.
but not that many outright errors.
Morgan.
Right.
Hey, Morgan.
Aww.
Do you have nightmares?
Was he affected
Reed,
by
I'm not sure if I'm the right person for you to
last
talk to about
episode's case?
Why not?
Because that was heavy.
It's just, did you ask Gideon about it? No. You should.
Hey, Hotch wants everyone in the roundtable room.
In the United States.
Interesting. I wonder how true that is. Sorry.
Yeah, we spoke on the phone.
Wasn't there a very well-known case about 3 kids, and there was a documentary about it, about their arrest, and there was just 3 kids that were listening to a lot of Metallica. I think it was the Enter Sandman song, and they were accused of doing ritualistic murders, and I think it was debunked at some point.
Pagan ritual.
What kind of doctor are you?
Of everything.
He's kind of a local
I'm a doctor of everything, basically.
So a pretty strong kid, huh?
I know we used to run out here on the...
What I know is none of them are capable of doing this.
Are you sure, dude? You don't really know a person, like... Everyone is capable of doing that. As I was gonna say is, everyone is capable of doing that. The problem is, you know, some people are more predisposed to, you know, cruelty or sadism or all those things. You know, some things are genetic. Something is the environment. Sometimes it's a combination of both, and it's just the worst possible scenario. But I feel like something can always happen that can trigger a person to do something. I don't know, like it's I don't want to say it's human nature, because it's not, but you know, our minds are so delicate that anything can just make it snap. You know, it's not impossible to think that a normal person, someone that's lived a completely normal life, can suddenly have a psychotic break and do something. Now I know what he's talking about. It's more with the, you know, the satanic ritual situation and all that. That maybe it's a different case, but when you talk about murder, I feel like anyone is capable of killing. I don't know. That's just my opinion. It may be very like horrible to say. Like I have no faith in humanity, and that's not what it is at all. Like I do have faith in humanity. I just feel like with the right triggers, anybody can be either manipulated, coerced, you know, pushed to it. It could be a psychotic break, anything. There could be various factors of how a person can suddenly kill someone. Okay.
Use any phone, doctor. Just
I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but we're supposed to
got an emergency phone that's back here in my office.
be doubtful, right? Because that looked very suspicious.
Cherish Hansen?
Putting together a search party.
Should you be telling a civilian just that information?
Trail about a half mile south of the point.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, because they're organizing a search party. Never mind.
It's not that bad.
If you want to talk about it, you know where I am.
They're ready.
Okay.
That's good to know. No matter what your level is, you still get affected.
Contrary to popular belief, there has never been a proven case of satanic ritual killing.
I have a theory, but I don't know if I should even say it because it probably will ruin the episode. I know kids are stupid, but and I've seen enough of movies like this to know how like certain twists happen. You have a crime that's committed, and sometimes it can involve, you know, Satan rituals. And you see the guy who is the most obvious choice, right? They are goth, they are talking about Satan all the time, doing drugs, right? And you would think, oh, these are the perfect suspects, right? The fact that it has the Lord of Destruction, they call themselves Lord of Destruction, and then LOD is there. Like, it seems very easy, like very cut and dry, which is not something that this show does. And because it's called The Popular Kids, I'm automatically assuming that the popular kids are involved in this. And it would be very, it would make sense because you don't automatically think, oh, the cheerleaders and the jocks are the ones that are doing these killings. Because, you know, they come from a good family, blah, blah, blah. But it also, you know, goes back to what I was talking about before, that you don't really know a person. It can come from any walk of life, like you don't know. And sometimes it's the person you least expect to be doing something horrible, that they actually do something horrible. So my theory is that these kids are trying to kind of like, they're the ones that are doing this for whatever reason. I don't know why. But they're kind of leading the suspicious to this guy because he's like an easy target, right? Like, who would not believe that he's a Satanist and that he would be doing this if it's just wearing black and doing all this crap? Which is really what happens in real life sometimes. That people, you know, rich kids do something horrible and then they blame it on someone else. It has happened before. Not ritualistic murders, but they've done like illegal things. And it's easier for people to believe them because they come from good families and to just think that someone else is guilty because they're poor, because they're uneducated, because this and that, because they like a different type of music, because they don't belong in their society. They're outsiders in their own way, right? So this is kind of like what's happening here, I feel. And of course the cop is just going to immediately believe it because he's so convinced that no one in this tight community could commit murder. So of course it's someone who does not fit the pattern, right? And they're not making it easy with all this bullshit. Oh my god. I don't know, I just feel like people who really believe in this stuff are more subtle about it.
You got it.
Morgan, you knew I didn't want you to tell Hotch about my nightmares.
Reed, that's something they need to know about.
What do you mean they?
Hotch and Gideon.
You told Gideon
God.
too?
And it's okay, kid.
What if they think I can't do my job? What if they want to pull me off the team?
No, Spencer.
Oh yeah, how do you know that?
Because everybody has nightmares.
What did he say?
That's important. Sorry. I know I pause a lot, but I don't want to forget. Because, of course, you have nightmares. It's a horrible job, right? It's very difficult. You see a lot of things that are traumatizing. And it's good to know that you're not alone in this, that no matter what your position is in the BAU, you're still human, you're still vulnerable to being, you know, attacked or suffer from PTSD or whatever. You know, you see Gideon and Hodge as very strong, powerful men who are maybe invulnerable at sometimes. I mean, that's how you see them. I feel like Spencer sees that in them, like, oh my God, they they do not break, especially Gideon. But to know that they suffer the same things that you do, that they understand that, it's important, because you know that it's not you, it's the normal thing to have those nightmares. It means that you're still human, because if you're not affected by this, then what the hell's going on? You should be affected. It should be difficult. It should leave a scar in you. And knowing that there's people around you that you can count on, they can support you when you're going through something horrible, when you're having a nightmare, you can talk to someone. It's important, and it's healing, and you don't have to go through this alone or feel like an outsider, which is kind of like interesting, because the episode all in itself is about being an outsider and feeling like rejected by a specific society, but whatever. But yeah, I think that was a very important conversation to have, and I'm glad that Morgan had it with Spencer.
Does he say anything?
We don't know. We've been here the whole time.
Corey, calm down.
Dude, can you be more obvious?
Cherish is missing. Did you check all over?
We searched the whole house.
What about the outbuilding?
Outbuilding?
Did you check the other area back in the woods?
I didn't know there was another area.
Yeah, it's like a sluice structure or something. He took me there once. It's this way.
Dude, you're very helpful.
I've never seen this before.
Pentagram, body, candles, LOD.
Lords of Destruction.
I've never seen this.
From where I stand, Mike, it looks like you signed it.
At first we were just curious, you know?
Human being.
I told you. We're being punished.
It's up here. This is their secret place.
Let me guess. The girl's gonna be there. I wonder who the leader is, because I don't feel like they're doing it. See, I don't know if they're doing it by themselves. I feel like someone is. I want to say the priest, but that's very obvious, I guess. I don't know.
Is she in there?
Yes, you know she's there. God.
She's in there.
Was she?
What? We need the sheriff and the crime scene team here. But, Reed, do it.
Are you suspecting something?
I can't believe it. Cherish.
Someone who might try to put himself right in the middle of an investigation so that he can influence things.
Sound familiar? You stupid bitch. God.
Especially if he knows exactly what it is that we're looking for.
Don't let it turn your back. He has a fucking gun.
Right? We're the cheerleader's boyfriend.
No! Yeah. That was never my intention. Come on!
Okay.
You alright? You're welcome, Reed.
I love their friendship. It's so soft. You're gonna be alright.
Playwright
Reed, walk it
Eugene
off.
Ionesco said, "Ideologies separate us, dreams and anguish."
Aw, he's gonna borrow it until he gets his own. I really, really enjoyed that. The crime, in the killing in this case, or the case, right, was kind of predictable. Like, I feel like I knew very early on that it was the popular kids. I mean, it's called Popular Kids, so if you put two and two together, that's what you get. But I don't feel that the case was the most important thing in this episode. I feel like they had to go and have a case because it's Criminal Minds, but I think, like, to me, I feel like cases are interesting and enjoyable and fun, and I like to see if I can, like, solve certain things and find connections, and sometimes they're shocking. But to me, the show is more than just going to cases and solving cases. I feel like these people are very humanized. They're very interesting characters, and I see it as more as their own journey and their own development, and I like to see how each case affects them personally. So not the case itself, if that makes sense. So in this case, it was more, we've seen a lot of Spencer in the show. A lot of his growth and a lot of the things that he's been going through, perhaps because he's the youngest member of the team. And he has a lot of vulnerabilities. So that's why they kind of use him as a conduit. But I like that. And I really liked that they explained, how everyone suffers or everyone is affected by the job that they're doing. They're not robots. They don't just, another case closed, we move on. No, sometimes they take these cases home with them because they're so horrible. They're traumatizing. They see, like Gideon says, they see the worst in humanity and they try to live with that knowledge. It's not easy. Just imagine the things that we read about and see in movies and documentaries. We are seeing it through a screen. It's like that we have a different perspective. And I imagine just being there, having to be the person responsible for stopping these people. Sometimes you're not able to do so, and you have to live with that guilt and that responsibility. And it's a very difficult job. And I like that conversation. Gideon telling Spencer that we're not going to save everybody, but we have to take the memory and the feelings of when we do help people and we do save lives and focus on that. Think of the positive and not just of the negative. Because if you're just focusing on the negative, then you're not going to be able to do your job properly. It's going to affect you too much that you're just going to end up quitting. You have to think of the positive perspective that you are saving lives. And he let Spencer borrow his kind of like lucky charm in a way until he finds his own. And I wonder if he will in future episodes. That would be interesting to see if he has his own picture and the connection to someone that he did save, and he can receive yearly updates. It'd be nice. So even though the case was very predictable and I knew what was going to happen, I really liked it because of the story behind it, like the character story, the arc that these characters are going through. And we didn't know that story with Morgan. That was really good. I really enjoyed it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it too, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.